What's up guys, welcome back to the channel Telamont Tanthul, and today I'll be doing a review of my recent tier 3 character, and that's the Master of Magnetism, Magneto. Now, normally, if you are a fan of this channel, and if you have watched a lot of my videos wherein I do stuff and make some comments on or make some reviews on certain characters that I either recently tier 2'd or that I specifically just or plainly love. Now, Magneto, I love him a lot. I even you know read quite a few of the comics wherein he's featured, but damn, this recent Tier 3 is like a travesty against this character. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still a few game modes where he somewhat excels at. However, overall, really, if you are just a casual fan of the character or not even a fan at all, then better reserve those tier 3 materials for the next update, because who knows, we might get Doctor Strange, we might get Scarlet Witch, or even Quicksilver as the next tier 3. Because really guys, I really don't even know where to begin criticizing this travesty. Okay, let's take a look at my build first. Now, this is not really the most ideal, because as you know, I'm just ranked 376, and that's considering all the non-tier 2 tier 3 Magnetos out there. Okay, so I was able to max out his skill cooldown. Ignore defense is almost there. Crit damage kinda there, and crit rate is a little bit high also. Attack speed, I have a lot of it in my card, so that's why he's over the cap. And right now, without his leadership, he's rocking 33,000, but if I use his own leadership, that's gonna skyrocket to 41,000. And as for the Urus, basically just what I lack in my cards, so crit damage and crit rate. And then all the skills are maxed out, of course. This one though, still in rank 1, I was able to give him at least 5% increased damage to combat and 2.5% decrease to combat types. Damage from combat types. I gave him overdrive because, as I mentioned, I have a lot of attack speed in my cards, and it's stage 8 now, so that gives him 25% increase of all attacks. I don't have a spare CTP of energy lying around, so that's why I give him this. It's not optimal, it's just 160 damage proc, but it will serve for now. I was able to get his uniform to legendary. I still lack around 79 bio, so that's why it's not mythic yet. But once I get it to mythic, and then I'll probably be forced to buy this useless uniform, Modo Capdoc, just to get that an additional energy attack, because the last stat is energy attack. Okay, so I'm gonna be featuring 3 game modes so that you can see clearly for yourself how he sucks, or how much damage he produces, or he deals. Now, sucks can be pretty harsh, but seriously guys, for a character that's beloved by a lot of not even just the gamers, but also the comic fan base. He even has his own comic book series, so you really don't know what's gotten into Netmarble. And considering that he's the first tier 3 villain, I was kind of expecting, if not Captain America level of improvement, at least somewhat there, because Captain America was our first tier 3, so I was kind of expecting maybe the first tier 3 villain will have something similar, or something that's near Cap's level. But my god, My god. Okay, so without further ado, I'll get into the three game modes that I was talking about. So first would be World Boss Ultimate, and then Timeline Battle, where he sucks, and also some what do you call this? Giant Boss Raid against Master Mode. Now, if you take a look at his tier 3 passive, so it has damage dealt to. Wait, no, not this one. The uniform. So the uniform effect actually gives him damage dealt by 45% increase from skills to machine type characters, and it enhances repulsion skill effect. So this means that he should be dealing additional damage against Master Mold, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case, because if you, I did not unlock Sentinel yet, but if you try to see if I can tier 2. Okay, so Sentinel actually has, where is that? Okay, here. The applies itself increases damage dealt to mutant characters, and Magneto is a mutant, so that's 90%. Decreases damage received from mutant characters by 50%. So pretty much this decreased 50%, that already cancels out Magneto's effect, uniform effect, and then it even has this 90% increase to mutant characters. So really, Magneto's uniform, I don't know what Netmarble was thinking when they made that effect. Maybe they could have made it, I don't know, 300% against a machine type character, so that it pretty much makes sense, and at least Magneto will somehow shine in World Boss, in Giant World Boss. Giant Boss Raid, rather. Okay, so let's take a look at World Boss Ultimate. This is a pre-recorded one, and I'll just get you to maybe the last 1 minute so that this video won't be too long, and I won't have to rant, or you don't have to hear me rant all throughout this video. Okay. Alright, so I gave him 2 damage boosts, so that's Shuri and Valkyrie. But despite that, I can only clear as far as stage 33, and that's full strikers. Look at the damage of his tier 3. It's okay, but it's not really there, considering that he already has 2 damage boosting characters, and considering that my Wanda can actually clear stage 49. Yes, I'm not kidding. Stage 49 in less than 2 minutes with the same support. And he really has no way of protecting himself except the 4th skill, but again, all the bosses have pierce in them, so it's useless. Now for Timeline Battle, this is autoplay, and unfortunately the AI is not giving him any justice, so that's why he sucks in this game mode, because he's opening with the 3rd skill, which is useless, and then the 2nd, which is kinda useful, but since the enemy team has a debuff, leadership courtesy of Angel, so it's useless. There you go, he dies. No, this one has no debuff leadership in them, but still, see how useless he is. Well, at least he was able to kill T3 Captain America, but then again, dice again. So this time around, I'll try to prolong the battle so that he's able to use his tier 3 skill, and I'm doing that manually. And take note that this enemy team has no anti-debuff, so he really has all the advantage here. So I'm switching to Groot just to give him time. Time for the tier 3 skill. Okay, and we should be ready. There you go. Now, apart from Shadowland, this is probably the only game mode that he kinda excels. Why kinda? Because considering the other tier 3s that we have, like Deadpool, they can clear this actually pretty easily. But then if you play him carefully, like what I'm doing right now, um, yeah, you can actually make him survive and just give him an anti-debuff support or lead like Wasp or Jean Grey. You should be able to clear this. And take note also that one of the things that I like here is that his tier 3 skill actually synergizes thematical in terms of theme, because you know all those metals are like the destroyed pieces of the Sentinel. The verdict is just what I said at the beginning of the video. If you are a fan of the character, or even if you're just, you know, a completionist, or if you are someone who likes to collect, then fine, go ahead and tier 3 him. However, if you're like me, who have, you know, limited resources, specifically tier 3 resources, then I would recommend that you just save those resources for the next update, because again, who knows, we may have something way better character to tier 3. Okay, and I apologize for this really long rant because I really don't see any way of expressing how I feel about this travesty. Okay, but again, if you want to support me, please hit like and subscribe, and if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video, hopefully a positive one, um, do hit that bell. Okay, thanks, and see you next time.